Hello, everyone. I pray that everyone is having a wonderful, God blessed week. Today, in particular, is a very beautiful day, and it is a very wonderful day to talk about a Bible verse. And so, this week, in the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 10 through 14, the parable of the lost sheep. Take care that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you, in heaven their angels continually see the face of my Father in heaven. What do you think? If a shepherd has 100 sheep and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost. And so, what does this verse mean? I think that it has something to do with empathy. That is the perspective that I've taken towards this, empathy. The ability to understand someone else. It could be a human, it could be an animal. It is just the ability to understand that other person and why they have been in the situation that they are in right now. And so I think that it is very beautiful, this particular parable. The shepherd, even though he has 99 sheep, 99 wonderful, most likely healthy, beautiful sheep, he still goes in search for this one sheep that has been led astray. I think that the shepherd had empathy, the ability to understand why that sheep has gone astray. It is most likely not on purpose. The sheep, definitely does not want to be lost. And so the shepherd understands that. And he goes and finds a sheep and he rejoices over it. The fact that he rejoices over it, he looked at it positively. He did not look at it as, oh, this sheep, this irresponsible sheep. He rejoiced over finding that one lost sheep. He had empathy. He developed understanding for that sheep. He knew why it was lost. And the last line of this parable, so it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost. I think that is very important. I think many people should think about this continuously, not just reading it and just waving it off as something unimportant. I think that it is probably the most important line in this entire parable. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost. So this is telling the current reader, whoever is reading this chapter, that you should not wave off someone if they have been pointed in the wrong direction. You should develop empathy, understanding for that person, why that person has ended up in that situation that they are in today. Being able to understand people is one of the hardest human traits that a person can have, because there are multiple reasons. The environment that you grew up in, events that have happened that have made you, hard towards other people, and just stubborn and difficult to understand others. But when a person can understand someone else, it is proof of growth, I believe. Because if it is the will of the Father to understand other people, then I think that it does not only make a person grow religiously, but I believe that it makes that person grow as a human being. I think that empathy is one of the most important traits that someone can have. And so this shepherd has empathy for that one sheep. And I think that it is very beautiful. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I want everyone to take a second, maybe a minute or two, to think of empathy, of understanding, being able to understand someone else. Thank you. Have a blessed week. See you Sunday.